Well, the onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
Set to kick off.
As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And able to get this out to the 25. First carry for James Conner. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. You look at this Niner defense. They were very good last week in the... Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Here's 3rd and 7. Back to throw. And a completion to Wilson. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that'll bring up 4th down. They're going to try and throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Still on his feet. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. James Conner, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Chad Ryland now to add the PAT. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 23. On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Arizona defense. They've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Go on, Eric.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Over the middle to his tight end, Ryman. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot. They'll try and run for him with counter. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
That's to his running back, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll run here with Connor. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Throw left side, caught by Ryman. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
It's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage. Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
For the Arizona field goal, a 23-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Good sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Get set.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a third down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. That good for 19 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Get set. 18, watch out. Stop.
Purdy looking to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
They go play action here. Purdy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Juwan Jennings His first touchdown of the new season.
And the 49ers are once again back in front.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal.
And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
McCaffrey is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Murray again, this is counter.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. They'll give this to counter underneath.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Harrison will go in motion left. They'll try and throw for it here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. On first down, it's Benson. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals! His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Cardinals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Now Ryland for the PAT. No good, and they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he returns this to the 22.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 2nd and 10. Purdy now to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Purdy from the gun. And now another one thrown incomplete.
I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Jones on the return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 9 from the 44. From the gun, Murray. There's a short one caught by Ryman. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That whole thing was thrown off track thanks to the defense of Fred Warner. Really nice play. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll set up a throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, set.
This is Connor running right. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
They'll run. Here's Wilson. This one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one is no good. He missed it.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Play action. Now Purdy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Get set, get set.
McCaffrey running up the middle.
And he's going to have a Niners first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to, when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
Watch out!
Now Purdy. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3.
Get set. Watch out!
McCaffrey on the counter. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Outside.
Here's Pearsall on the jet sweep.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 9.
Get set. Watch out!
Up the gut, McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers!
Christian McCaffrey, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Niners add 6 to their lead. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back 1, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
The drive will begin with a run by Benson.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara.
A give running right is counter. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
74 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now 2nd and 3.
Get set, get set. 118! 118!
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Outside. 118! Watch out!
Purdy off the play fake. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Get set, get set. 118! Watch out!
Back to throw, Purdy.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
Throwing here, Purdy. He's across midfield. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Get set, get set. Line around, stop.
This is McCaffrey on the give.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Outside. 118! Watch out!
Purdy
to Townsend. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 23. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Outside.
They'll find Ayuk open right side.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Get set. Get set. 18. What's up? Huh?
Here's Purdy. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Niners are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
16. Eddie Piñeiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Going right back to Wilson.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. He'll look to throw. Wilson's got it complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And it takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So on 4th down, out comes Chad Ryland for the Arizona field goal.
Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So that gets them a little closer, but clearly field goals are not going to be enough to win this game, at least not this deep into it.
Yeah, agreed if this were the second quarter. But since we're in the 4th, still 2 scores down, the question would be, did the field goal do much for you? But we have to admit, from the time we've been calling these games, how fast we've seen teams play, there's still a possibility, right?
Madden moves in a hurry.
Yes, it does.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the 49ers are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Stiff-armed him. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Get set, get set. 18.
They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Cardinals' 24-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Outside. 118. What's up? Up.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Get set. Get set. Up.
The first carry here for Jordan James. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. He hit his first, this one from 38. And this is up and good from Pinheiro. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. His way forward. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out. They hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Fred Warner. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Niners, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.